let's talk about the three-letter EDC.
Oh,
I don't like to say EDC because it's kind of
no, like there's tons of EDC videos out there.
yeah, it's kind of played out.
So,
So I'm not gonna call it EDC. Dude, this is just what we carry. Okay, we get asked a lot of times by our students in our classes, hey, what do you carry as a police officer? What do you carry off duty? What do you carry as someone who came from special operations? What did you carry then, and what do you carry now? Obviously, you're not in anymore, but people are still asking us. So
yeah,
this video, we're just showing you what we carry on a regular basis. It's not for you to, we're not telling you, hey, you got to carry this stuff, right? You carry what works for you. We're just showing you what we use, what we carry, and why.
yeah. We're not affiliated with any of these brands. Nobody's paying us to carry this stuff or
Yeah.
to show you.
We bought all these things off their website. The only discount I got on any of this stuff was I do use a tier one concealed holster, and they gave a law enforcement discount. Outside of that, I have no connection with them whatsoever.
Like 10% discount.
Yeah, it's 10%.
It covers the tax, I guess.
Covers the tax in California. Actually, it doesn't. I mean,
I don't think it does.
we're a little bit over 10% now, so it doesn't even cover that.
Thanks a lot, California.
Yeah, thanks a lot, California. I'll go first with my gun.
You got it.
Okay.
I want to see the gun.
So it is a tier one concealed holster. I carry.
Kind of gave away that surprise earlier.
I know.
Spoiled the fun.
This is a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 comp from their performance center. I like it. Comes with integrated comp. Shoots pretty good. I have a Hollison EPS on it. These are Trijicon suppressor height sights. And for my light, I'm using a Streamlight TLR 7 sub. I used to carry the same one. I think you used the HLX, right?
Yeah, 7 HLX.
Yeah, I used to carry the 7 HLX, and I switched back to the sub because I really like this thing here. It's the wing by Antimatter Industries. It really helps. I don't know if you ever tried them. They don't work for every gun because the frames are different. Like it won't fit on my Glock 19. But it does. I think it's a great idea. Awesome. Holsters work for it for the most part. There's a few holsters where it could be a fitting issue. But for my tier one concealed, I originally bought this holster for this gun using the TLR 7 HLX, and with the 7 sub, it works fine with the wing. 15 round plus one on the gun, and then I keep an extra 23 round magazine. So,
Fair, I like that.
yep, that's my gun.
But it just looks cool.
It's
It's just
okay.
cool.
I mean,
I think it looks cool.
I don't really care
It's
about the
nice.
gun. I have friends who buy
I mean,
guns
it's
based on
nice.
this. I don't really care. If it shoots good and it's reliable, I'll carry it. But
I mean,
yeah, it sure beats a subcompact. I'm just not a fan. Like, I do have subcompact guns and they're comfortable to carry, but if I were to get in a fight, I don't want to.
not quite as shootable. Right? We both carry like normal compact, not subcompact, because like at first I started carrying a subcompact because it's lightweight and comfortable, but you just can't shoot as well with it.
Yeah.
That leads me into my gun, Glock 19 Gen 5. I used to hate Glocks when I was younger, but now I fell in love with them. I say it's like
I agree.
it's like the Toyota of the gun world. You can modify it, make it whatever you want if that's what your heart desires, but it runs just fine the way it is. In Ranger Regiment, we carried Glocks, the Glock 19. It's like they have their own designation for it, but it's a Glock 19 Gen 3 pretty much. Liked it a lot. Nice and clear. I'm using what's basically a copy of the Tier 1 concealed holster. This one is by Censored Tactical. The only reason I bought this instead of a Tier 1, I have another Tier 1 holster. I love it. They make great products. But I only bought this one because at the time, they weren't making holsters to match this light, the TLR 7 HLX. But this company was, so I picked it up. It's pretty much got all the same features as the Tier 1. This little wing claw thing here is a little bit different, but it's still got it. That's cool. The one thing about this holster that I did not like, because I'm not sure you guys can see it, but the way the Kydex is folded over right here, it's got this little sidewall there where the magazine sits. Originally, it had that same sidewall on both sides here. And the problem with that is when I'm practicing my magazine draws, I couldn't get my good 3-finger grip right because it's a big spine thing here sitting in front of the mag. So I just cut it out. I just got a little pocket knife, cut it out, filed it down. I have no issues with it. So we both like to modify our equipment. Like the wing you have on yours it's not the original one that came with it, right?
No, the one that came with mine is similar to yours. It's a lot smaller. Again, I have a ton of tier one concealed holsters,
Like a ton.
and
You have a lot of holsters, dude.
and not just from tier one, but from other brands too. But it was a smaller one, and this is one that came with another holster um, that I have, and so I ended up ordering just this part from the website, and it helps conceal this gun a little bit better, right? Because it comes out to kind of like around the same area as the bottom of the magazine here on the gun grip. So it helps conceal it quite a bit.
Yeah, if you got a holster, like I'd make sure that it has one of these little claw wing things here because the hardest part to conceal is gonna be the grip of your pistol. So that just helps push that grip into your body a little bit more. So we said we both like to modify your gear. You would never know what you want to modify unless you train with it. So make sure you train
Yes.
with your gear. Because I thought it was fine up until I started practicing and I found an issue, so I fixed it. And if I couldn't fix it, I just go, buy a new holster.
Yeah, I mean, you never know until you actually train with it, right?
Gotta practice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan. Like we both carry extra magazines, and I really think that um, you should carry an extra magazine. The round count, I think it does matter. Um,
You
like,
just never know, man.
yeah, I mean, I carry an extra mag on duty. Um, People say, "Oh man, you carry a lot of stuff," and I'm like, I carry everything that I'm required to carry on duty per our policy, right? The only thing extra that I carry is an extra magazine. But I don't carry anything on the back of my duty belt, so everything's kind of pushed off to the side and in front. So when someone looks at me, they're like, "Oh man, you carry a lot of stuff," but I'm like, "Same as yours, right?" But I mean, the magazine, I think it's important. Some of the officers they carry extra magazines, like in the car. If you're in a shooting, you're not gonna be like, "Hold on, dude, pause, time out. Let me go back to my car, get some more, ammo, and then come back and join the fight."
People make the same argument about concealed weapons too, where they'll keep their pistol in their truck. It's like, oh, wherever I go, my truck goes, and therefore my gun's with me. It's like, do that. It just doesn't make sense. I see what you're getting at. It's better than nothing, maybe, but it's just not going to save your life. If you're like,
But I mean, if they're
or it can get stolen, and that sucks too.
like that, they're maybe they're not good shooters anyway. So I'm like, hey,
Just leave
just
leave
the
it.
car. Just leave the
Lifestyle's
car.
not for you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was like, I went to the police headquarters the first year on the job, and uh, I was turning in some paperwork, and this fat officer, like, dude had some time on, but dude, you really let yourself go, right? I mean, this guy had to be 150 pounds overweight, right?
Paul Blart, dude.
Bigger than Paul. Like, he makes Paul Blart look fit. And I remember I went to the bathroom, came out, I was washing my hands, and he walks over. He's like, "Oh, dang, youngster, how much time you got on?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a year." And he's like, "Oh man, when you get some time on, you get older, um, you're gonna see you carrying all that stuff is gonna mess up your back." And I'm like, I look at my belt, and look at his belt, and then I told him, I said, "With all due respect, sir, we're carrying the same things, except I have one extra magazine." But in my head, I'm thinking, man, this guy's 150 pounds at least overweight, right? And he's worried about my one magazine. And I'm like, hey guys, if you're worried about ounces, pounds, all that stuff, you gotta watch your weight, take care of yourself also, right? But he's like, he's one of those guys, or he's so big, like they have to carry their magazine sideways. Have you seen those? Like the magazine pouch is like
Like
sideways.
his fat would like sit on.
Yeah,
top of
because
his
if
back.
he was carrying it upright, it's either gonna like be sticking out this way, so he's drawing out like this.
It's like an extra retention.
Yeah, it's like level 3.
That's amazing.
Natural retention. So it's like you flip undo the the pouch, and then you have to lift your stomach up.
Pick up his
And then,
food
yeah,
plug.
yeah. um, but yeah, I mean, I remember my mentor. He We went training one time, and years ago we were training with FBI HRT guys, and he came out with his kit, and he was carrying a bunch of magazines, and I thought it was kind of silly. I took a picture of it, and I actually posted on social media, and just to make fun of him, I posted a picture of him, his kit, and I put "got mags," and I was kind of laughing, and I remember he told me, "Listen, if you ever run out of ammo in a gunfight, let's talk about this conversation again." And sure enough, it's happened to me once, and that was scary. It was very scary.
I believe it.
I don't want to go through that again, right? So I'll carry extra magazine.
It's really not that heavy. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Ounces are pounds, pounds are pain. Like, sure, that makes sense. But like, it's really not that bad. Man. I carry.
You make
Plus,
sacrifices.
yeah, I think that having a holster like this is actually a lot more comfortable than carrying a holster just for your pistol. The reason why is because it distributes that pressure. We carry appendix, right? That's what these are for. But it distributes that pressure across the front side of your body like a little more evenly.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah.
So I
And then having it like an all-in-one system like this, you're less likely to forget, your extra magazines.
Super convenient.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I know guys carry in like their pockets and all that
Mhm.
stuff, but here, when I go home, I could take this whole thing out, right, and then, when I
It's like
throw
one
it on
complete
one-
package, right?
yeah, so
Pretty
I'm not
good.
gonna forget my extra mag and stuff like that.
These are fairly adjustable. I know Tier 1 has a new model now that's like you can adjust where the magazine sits and the angle or like put a different attachment on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another thing I like about these types of holsters too is they have the two clips. So that does two things for you. It keeps the holster like sitting flush on your belt, whereas if you have like a one clip holster, they'll tend to kind of rotate back and forth, so your draw might not be the same, or it's just not comfortable. And the idea of redundancy, right? We all love redundancy. So if one clip breaks, it's not going to fly in your pants like the FBI dude at the wedding.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, that was an issue.
Phones. What do you
Wait.
carry?
Don't make fun of me.
I have an iPhone
You're gonna make
16 here.
Samsung S21.
Is that the
Don't
one?
you? Don't. I don't want to hear.
You get that for free, right?
Dude, I don't even want to hear this.
I see a lot of transients like carry these phones because they get it for free. So is this one like if you just sign up for an account, they give you a free phone?
Yeah, dude. I just went down to the office, told them I was a transient. They gave me this phone.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, I used to use Samsung. I don't know, man. I went to iPhone and I can't go back.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Um,
But dude, what else you got? I don't want to talk about phones anymore.
Wallet, dangle wallet. I like it. This thing, oh man, I've had this thing for years. This used to be OD green. Now you can see it's kind of like silver because I use it so much. Great wallet, very minimalist, and they have a lot of different accessories you can add to it. Some are
Really?
kind of over the top. And some, yeah, they'll send you. There's like this thing's all put together with tiny little screws, and then so you can unscrew them and attach different things to them.
Future is now. The modular wallet.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about it was this silicone strap here. It broke on me, and that kind of sucks. On my cards went flying and stuff like that. So I ordered a new strap from them, but you never know when it's gonna break. And that's the part that kind of sucks. You'd be out
Someday.
there. Yeah. You could be dancing like that FBI guy, and then it just
Your
breaks.
money flies out of your pants.
Yeah.
All right, what do I got? Classic brown leather bifold by Andor. I think they make pretty good wallets. This is a pretty low profile one. That's something I wanted because the fat wallet gives you back pain if you have it in your back pocket. But it's good, man. Classic leather bifold.
I keep my wallet in my front pocket.
I do now.
Yeah, it's just I've taken enough reports for people getting pickpocketed, and usually it's because their stuff's in the back. Someone bumps into you, but someone bumping into you in front, I think it's a little bit more noticeable.
Dude, for me, it's the back pain, man. Like the wallets cause me more back pain than the gun is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about the weight of the gun, but something to keep in mind.
What
else you
next? Got my keys with extra handcuff key.
Gotta have the handcuff keys.
Gotta
If you work
have
with
the
handcuffs, you can't lose those things, man.
Right. Yeah, I have handcuffed somebody before, and then I'm like, crap, I don't have my keys. So that kind of sucked, man. That made for, and it wasn't on duty, so it made for a very awkward evening.
Very nice.
What else do I got?
What else?
I have a tourniquet. This is made by Snake Staff Systems.
Very cool. I have a similar tourniquet, also snake staff, but this is the 1 inch wide band.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Inch
The
and a half.
skinnier version of this.
A little bit skinnier. This is a pretty good TQ and it works all right. It's just small and comfortable, and that's really the big thing. I didn't used to carry a tourniquet, but I'd like to be prepared. If I could do it, I'm going to carry it. You don't have to, but
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it. And a big part of this is that I wasn't going to carry a tourniquet if it wasn't going to be comfortable, and so the small one's pretty good. I have it folded up a little bit differently than you do, where none of the Velcro is showing. That's just so it doesn't jack up my pockets, If I keep my hands in my pockets a lot, it's not scratching up my hand. Because if it's not comfortable, I'm just not gonna carry. So
Some
that's
of us have
this is the compromise I made.
overly soft hands.
Never work a day in your life, boy. I got soft hands.
Yeah, mine's similar. I kind of went the opposite, so I do have the Velcro um, exposed because I went from like speed. Um, but it does. I can see where it can mess up your pockets, especially if you're wearing certain type of pants like True Work. I love my True Work pants. They are by far the most comfortable pants I own, and I have a lot of pairs of pants. Um, True Work, I can't even down them for it because the pockets are so soft inside that
They're nice.
yeah,
They're really nice.
the only thing I wasn't going to talk about True Work, but True Work, if you see this, I don't know if they're going to see it, but pants excellent, very usable, super comfortable, stretches in all the right places, but that swish.
They make that stupid sound.
Yeah.
It gets
man.
old.
And I didn't think too much of it when I first bought their pants, but when I started to wear plain clothes at work, and then some days I was like, hey, I want to wear comfortable pants, and I put on my True Work pants, and I went to the station early in the morning. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm walking to the station when it's still kind of quiet, and all you hear is, and I'm like, they're like, oh, he's coming, you know.
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But they're
Other
great
than
pants.
that, they're awesome.
You can
True
tell
Work.
they were
Yeah.
designed by like
People who actually work.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not someone sitting behind a keyboard doing all that stuff. So yeah, definitely you can tell. As soon as you run with them, as soon as you start doing any type of work or any type of physical activity in a True Work pants, the T1, T2, T3, you know that the people who designed those pants actually
They're comfortable.
work.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
gone rucking a few times now in those pants just to
Yeah.
try them out. Yeah, no problems. They're great.
Yeah, definitely.
Lightweight, don't get too hot, and they offer a couple different versions for different temperatures.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, in the
Great
winter
pants,
time,
good job.
I wear the ones that are made for cold weather and stuff like that. They're great.
I'm
Yeah.
not too crazy about all the branding, like all the logos they put on it, but whatever. I can
Yeah.
get over that.
By far the most comfortable pants I own. What else do I got?
I'm out, man. That's it. That's all I got.
I'm out. You're out. Okay. Well, I'm
What
gonna
you got?
top you. So my pocket knife. I have a bunch of knives, so I always have a knife though. Right? You never know when you're gonna use a knife. This one is made by Zero Tolerance. I like it. Sometimes I carry my Gerber. Sometimes I carry my Emerson. Sometimes I carry my Cold Steel. So it really depends on my mood.
Yeah, that's cool. I used to carry a knife back before I carried a pistol. It was mostly for self-defense. Yeah, it's a good tool. I get that. I'm not opening boxes all that often, so. But now that I carry my pistol, I just stopped carrying the knife. One thing I just like the fact
Yeah.
that it's like, because usually I'd carry it like in my pocket, like visibly, and so it's like people would see that and they could kind of start forming opinions about you, maybe. Or you just put it in your pocket if you want to, I guess. But
Well, I mean, I use this quite a bit. So
Mhm.
it's not only for self-defense. I mean, you can use it. It's a lot of it's utility.
you can open
never know.
boxes,
Yeah,
you could
you're doing stuff. You're
open
cutting
bags,
things.
you can cut things.
But I also carry pepper spray.
That's pretty cool. I
So-
like that you have a non-lethal option.
Yeah, I mean, I like this one. It's made by Mace. It's their police version, but it goes right on my belt. And the way that the belt clip is made, I can just twist it and pull it out quick, and my thumb's right there, so I can deploy it quickly. But I think everyone should carry pepper spray, right? It's good to have a less lethal option, and um, if you've ever been pepper sprayed, or you've seen someone get pepper sprayed, it's pretty freaking awesome, right? Um, it's pretty satisfying to see the person suffering. There's like this never-ending stream of snot coming out of their mouth after they attacked you or something. Um,
Immediate justice.
oh yeah, for sure. It's great. Um, anything else you have, or that's it?
No, that's it. Whatever you decide to carry, whatever gear you're working with, just make sure you're training with it. Make sure you practice with it, man. Because, just like how we were saying we modify our gear, the more you practice, the more you'll figure out what you like and what you don't like, and you'll be more reliable with your gear.
Yeah.
So people will always revert down to the lowest level of training. There's no such thing as rising to the occasion. That doesn't happen. If you're not actually proficient with your equipment, you're not going to suddenly figure it out when the time comes. So train.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you have to train. It's like gun safety, right? You can be at home and recite the safety rules over and over and over again, morning, day, night. recite the rules. You're still gonna break it. Okay, it's just we see it all the time, and if
See it all
you
the
don't
time.
think you will, you're lying to yourself. You're fooling yourself, right? You have to physically practice it, otherwise you'll break it. Okay, especially under stress. But everything that we have here is what we carry, and we practice with them on a regular basis. Okay, um, especially with the tourniquets. But if you guys should practice with tourniquets. But if you guys are, order separate ones for training. Okay, and then make sure that you're carrying something that you're willing to adapt to that lifestyle with, right? Because um, I used to carry. There's only three tourniquets I actually really like. Okay, um, is the snake staff, which I like because I carry it on a regular basis. The rhino rescue, especially the metal one that we
Metal
tested,
lidless.
and then the cat tourniquets. Okay, um, guys, don't cheap out on tourniquets. Okay, don't save $5 buying some cheap knockoff on Amazon. Okay, it's something that can save your life or somebody else's life.
If it breaks and you die, you're gonna feel pretty stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to save a few bucks. But I carry this because the cat tourniquet was pretty bulky, right? And then when I carried it in my pocket, you know, people would look at me and kind of be like, "Hey, what's that bulge?" Right? And it's a cat. If they knew what cat was,
If only they
it's a
did.
cat tourniquet, right? But yeah, it became a pain in the butt, and so I started carrying this one because it's pretty low profile and like it's a little bit larger than that one, but
Not very much.
it works good. Just make sure you guys train, okay, with whatever you use, um, and train on a regular basis, okay.
Yeah, these are all perishable skills. So get out there, train. If you want help training, come find us.
Yeah, go to our website 74power.com.